SS Farm. Welcome back to the SS Farm kitchen. Into this video we're going to be making delicious buns. So if you are interested in knowing how I achieve those perfect buns, definitely keep watching. Thank you. So, and these are all the ingredients you're going to be needing for the buns. First thing first, you're going to need an empty bowl like this that is big enough for you to mix all your ingredients together. In here we have vanilla, in here we have butter, in here we have a baking powder and a pinch of salt. In here we have flour, in here we have sugar, in here we have salt, which I have already added a pinch to my baking powder, so I will not be doing this anymore. So this is the milk I'm going to be using, evaporated milk. The real one I'm going to be using is still chilling in the fridge, so I'm not going to be using this one. I just put this one here to let you guys know. And in here we have 2 eggs. So guys, let me just beg you guys ahead, I have kids. When you hear noise, I'm not going to be doing a voiceover for this video. Any background noise, please, I apologize. So now I'm going to be putting the list of the ingredients and the correct measurement in the description box of this video. Do well to check it out. Here we have flour. What we're going to be doing, we're just going to go ahead and mix all the dry ingredients together like so. I have my skewer for frying. Then go ahead, add our sugar, add our baking powder and a pinch of salt. We go ahead and give it a proper stir. Now that we're done stirring, you're sure everything is all mixed. So go ahead, boil her in the middle like so. So we introduce our wet ingredients. Here we have our egg. I'm just going to go ahead and pour in. That's my vanilla extract. And here is our butter. Now that everything is here, you can give it a tiny bit of stir. So just stir together like so. Now that it's looking all mixed, so now go ahead and pour in all our wet ingredients. So now that all our wet ingredients are inside, just go ahead and give it a stir. Stir together like so. And you can go ahead and use your hand. Feel free to use your hand while mixing this. If you feel like you're way more comfortable with your hand, it changed nothing. And I want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to all our subscribers, everyone watching our videos, everyone sharing and liking. We really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for always watching. God bless you all. As you can see, everything is all mixed together. Look, see? Now that it's looking like this, all mixed together, we're now going to go ahead and introduce our milk. So go ahead, boil her in the middle like so, then get the milk. I just brought out the milk from the fridge, boil her like that. So we need a cup for the measurement, so that all the measurement will be accurate. So I'm measuring out 1 cup. Don't forget, check out the list of the ingredients in the description. So this is 1 cup like so. Whenever you are introducing your milk or your water, don't forget it's a gradual process. Don't just go ahead and pour it. That's when some people get it wrong. If you just pour it once, the consistency might not be what you want. So you go ahead, pour it gently, just like so. As you're adding, you are mixing. As you're adding, you are mixing. So we just added 1 cup. You can go ahead and use water. The reason why I don't use water when I'm making my chicken or my meat pie or anything is because it will not give you that yumminess. Like, there's this feeling that comes with using milk. So this is no longer milk. This is 1 cup of water because it's for me, because I'm using the same cup that I used for the measurement of the milk. So now this is the water. We're just going to go ahead and introduce the water. So 1 cup of water, 1 cup of milk. And if you don't have evaporated milk, you can go ahead and use powdered milk. All you need to do when using the powdered milk, add it during the time you were adding your dry ingredients. Just add it like that. So if you are using the wet one, you add it when you're adding your wet ingredients. So it's that easy. So there's a perfect consistency you are looking for when you are making buns. It's still very thick. I'm going to go ahead again with my milk. So you can see the whole can is empty. So the whole can of the milk is finished. Now I'm adding water to it. So I just pour it in it so we can get the perfect measurement. This is now making everything 3 cups. That's 1.5 cup of milk, 1.5 cup of water. I'm just going to go ahead and keep putting it gradually. You don't want to pour it at once. Just give it a stir like that. So to achieve this perfect crunchy buns, all you need to do is use a room temperature butter. Then every other thing should be cold, because my milk is cold. You heard me, I brought it out from the fridge. The water that I used is cold water, and the egg is cold. Every other ingredient that I use here is cold, and you will make your dough a little bit lighter than normal. You will see this, the consistency. I'm going to show you the perfect consistency to get a kind of crunchy crack buns. You see, we just added water. Keep stirring. Okay, now we're talking. You see that consistency, guys? That's what we are talking about. So we end up not finishing the whole milk, because this is the consistency I'm looking for. So this is what we have left from our milk and water that would have made it to be 3 cups. That means we use 2.5 water and milk. Stir, stir, stir until you see a smooth batter. Whoa, look at that. Look at it. This is how it's looking, and this is how your consistency should be looking. See? It's not as if it's running or it's pouring out. Just look at it. Not too thick, not too light, just in between. So now that we are done, I'm just going to go ahead and cover this up to rest for just 10 minutes. You can use your kitchen towel, whatever, just cover. I'm just going to keep it aside like this and allow it to rest for 10 minutes. So while that is cooling off, let's go ahead and heat up our oil for deep frying. I'm using vegetable oil. You can use any oil of your choice. So we're just going to allow this oil to heat up, then the frying continue. Okay fam, now we're going to be trying the oil out to see if it is hot. I don't know if you guys can see that. So just put your, I'm zooming in it. Let me see if you guys can see it. Oh yes, now you can see. You see? Once I put my skewer inside, you see all those bubbles. That's how you know that your oil is ready. Now that we know that our oil is ready and our dough has rested for 10 minutes. So this is our dough well rested. So I'm going to go ahead now and use my hand to just massage it up a bit like that, because I'm going to be using my hand to scoop it in. And use my hand to mix it up like that since it has rested for 10 minutes. Just like that, we're done. Now we're about to scoop it in. So all I need to do, this is a little bit of oil here. So I'm just going to dip my hand in it, like so. Now you see I have oil in my hand. Then go ahead and scoop. I'm just going to go ahead and use the pop-off method. Just lower in like so. You have to make sure when heating up your oil, you heat it up in a medium heat. And you should make sure before you start scooping it in that your oil is hot enough. It must not be oil that is not hot, because if it is not hot, it's going to drink oil. And you can also use ice cream scoop, or you can also cut it like this. Just dip your hand in oil like that, then scoop it like this. Scoop it like this with front of your hand, like that. See? Like that. You can also scoop it in like that. Or you use the first method I was just showing you just now. It's very easy. It's very easy, just like that. Scoop it in. I love buns. And don't allow it to burn. See? Because the oil was hot enough. And make sure you are cooking this on a medium heat. If not, it will not cook. Look at that. Oh my word. I can't wait to have a bite, because I'll be craving buns. You guys know now. If I crave something, I chop and I can't shout. Look at that beauty. So now that it's frying, all I'm going to do is get a plate and get a towel paper. Get a towel paper like that. Roll it out like 4 or 6. just something to absorb the excess oil once you bring it out from the pot or pan. And you see now everything is just cooking gradually. Keep turning. Ooh. We just gonna allow it to cook. I like it brown. Like, I'm still gonna allow it to brown up a bit before we take it out. So I just want you guys to know that I'm stirring it like this, and the brownness don't happen. Ooh. So now for the second batch, we're gonna go ahead and use scoop. So since my own is iron, I'll just put it like that, then scoop it like this, then lower it in. Ooh. Put it inside the oil. Scoop it in. Yummy, 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 yummy. So this is the second batch finished look. This is the first batch finished look. So they're both yum and crunchy, crack. I hope you enjoy it. Be sure to try this recipe out. Share, like, and subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section. I appreciate you all. Bye, SS Fam. One love. Peace.